Hey y'all, and welcome back. It's March. I'm in my Michigan State onesie. What up? Let's dive into it. Let's see what I got, right? We have Villanova, Mount St. Mary's. I think it's pretty simple. We're going with Nova. So Wisconsin and Virginia Tech. This one's really hard for me. I was having a lot of back and forth moments thinking that the entire Big Ten has a really good chance to be out first round. Virginia Tech does play in a tougher conference and they have some quality wins over big teams, but Wisconsin I do think is a more talented team. If the same Wisconsin team that played Michigan in the Big Ten Tournament Championship shows up to this game or any game in the tournament, they are done. It was like the Monstars showed up and took their talent. They were just like, oh. But I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt that they've been here before, they know what they're doing, they gotta get at least one win. Virginia and North Carolina Wilmington. So this one I don't like. I just have never really been a big fan of Virginia basketball. They are just a team that I'm never really super impressed with. I'm calling upset city. Florida and ETSU, and I really wanted to call this upset, but I went a little buck wild in my upsets, as you'll see. So, you know what, I'm giving Florida one win. Okay, SMU and Providence or USC. I'm filming this before this game tips off, so I don't know who wins. I can't predict the future. I am fairly confident whoever wins this game is going to be SMU. Baylor, New Mexico State. This is another situation where I really wanted to kind of pull an early upset. Just because Baylor is a little inconsistent for me. It's like whenever I choose them to do well, they don't, and vice versa. But, you know, they got to come in here and get one win. They did decent this past season. Okay, South Carolina and Marquette. TBH, I don't know much about either of these teams. I'm just going to give this to Marquette. So, Duke, Troy, Duke. Okay, and so I'm just going to go out through my first round first. It's Gonzaga and South Dakota State. We're going with the Zags. Northwestern Vandy. These 8 and 9ers, man, they're really tough. Vandy has some quality wins. I really do think there's a good chance for Vanderbilt to pull the win, but I'm gonna give this, I can't pull it off yet because it's covering two names, but I'm giving it to Northwestern because they're just a different Northwestern team than we've seen, like, since ever. Okay, and then Notre Dame, Princeton. Don't sleep on Princeton, y'all. Okay, West Virginia and Bucknell, they're kind of a very up and down team in the tournament, I think, but usually when I choose them to do well, they kind of do it. I don't know if Bob Huggins watches these videos or like supports me or something, but I appreciate what you do when I pick your team. So Maryland, this pick is a really, really tough one for me, because Maryland is just so meh in the tournament. Xavier, when I think of like a tournament team, they're kind of in there in that category for me. So this one's tough. I really do think Xavier has a good chance to pull off this upset. And it's killing me that I'm not choosing them. So that's one of the games where, you know, if Xavier does win, I'm just gonna like hate myself. I feel it. I could see that 100p. Florida State, Florida Gulf Coast. Another fun team in the tournament. We're going Gulf Coast, baby. I don't know much about Florida State. I don't really care. I'm picking Gulf Coast. Clearly, this is not the same VCU team that we've seen pull off upsets, but, you know, just because they're known for like having some March magic, we're going VCU. Arizona and North Dakota. It's going to Arizona. North Carolina. I feel like Arkansas has had like a decent few wins. I don't know. I gave it to them, but I could easily see Seton winning. Minnesota and Middle Tennessee. We all know Giddy Potts, and we all know that they upset number 2 Michigan State last year. So all of a sudden, everyone's all about Middle Tennessee. Well, y'all weren't about them last year, and just because they had one crazy upset, yeah, what happened the next round? Yeah, booty spanking time. It is a pretty high seed for Minnesota. It's just a completely different team this year. You know, they've tripled their wins this season, and I just really like them. Nate Mason. I'm going with Butler. They had a couple really great wins against top teams this season. UCLA, Kent State, whatever, we're giving it to UCLA. Dayton and Wichita State, I'm giving it to Wichita State, you know, everyone's talking about how they kind of got shafted in the seeding, and I could agree with that. I think Dayton's still like a good team, and I think it's a really even matchup for them. Kentucky, Northern Kentucky, I got Kentucky, and I'm feeling lucky about them this year. It's covering both teams, so I can't reveal it, but I'm going with Kansas. When I first saw that we got matched up with Miami, I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to lose. When they have some more quality wins, we don't really have any except Wisconsin at home. And it is a very young team, a lot of freshmen, but when all the freshmen come together, it is magic. I'm giving it to Michigan State, and there's a huge chance they're going to lose this first game, but I want to have some faith in my Spartans. Iowa State, Nevada. We're going with that Wolfpack, baby. Purdue, Vermont. Purdue is not a good tournament team at all. But I just feel like Purdue, you gotta get one win. There's no way you have that much talent and you lose to a 13 seed. Creighton and Rhode Island, I don't really care about this one that much. We're going with Rhode Island. Well, I'm giving it to Oregon, even with the loss of their dude when they lost to Arizona in the championship game. It was only by 3 points without that kid. Michigan and Oklahoma State. Somehow I ended up picking all Big Ten teams to win their first games. I definitely think Oklahoma State has a really, really great chance to win. And when I first saw this too, I was like, oh my gosh, they're done. But I'm gonna give them this win. So I'm gonna give Michigan the win. I do think that they are a very talented team and they do have a lot of heart on the team. Either team has what it takes to win this game, but that's what I'm going with. And it hurts me. Louisville, Jacksonville State, I'm going with Louisville. That's my first round. Hopefully I'm not completely off. And stay tuned for the rest of my bracket, for my Final Four reveal, and for who I picked as my national champ, y'all. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.